M.F.A. is currently streaming on Amazon Prime, and it stars Francesca Eastwood and Clifton Collins Jr., who I know from the amazingly underappreciated, overlooked, hilarious teen comedy The Stoned Age. I can't recommend this film high enough. It is one of those inside cult type comedy flicks where you're quoting the lines with your friends and no one knows what the hell you're talking about. Couldn't recommend it higher, but we're not here to talk about that movie. We're here to talk about M.F.A., which is about a young girl who is in the M.F.A. program in college, the Master of Fine Arts, and she is assaulted by a classmate. And she goes to tell people. Of course, no one believes her, so she takes matters into her own hands. She gets a taste for it, and so she finds out about other cases around the campus, and she decides she's gonna take care of those as well. This is a very straightforward rape revenge film. No groundbreaking material here as far as the storyline goes, but I will say Francesca Eastwood, yes, Clint Eastwood's daughter, gives an absolutely mesmerizing performance. I thought she was absolutely fantastic, and I will also admit that my crush on this chick was through the roof through this movie. I thought she was absolutely stunningly gorgeous. I do not want you to think that I have a bias towards her performance because of my ridiculous attraction to the girl throughout. It really did not affect it. It didn't hurt it, obviously, but I thought she gave a stellar performance. And honestly, on a side note here, after watching the absolutely visceral rape sequence, man, I was like, it was fucking hard to watch. It really was hard to watch. It is very realistic, and it leaves you absolutely on her side by the end of it. This is one of those movies that you want to scare the shit out of somebody. You can take slasher movies, you can take monster movies, and people can be afraid of what's under their fucking bed, or, you know, what their neighbor is like, or what this or that, like, whatever. That's all, you know, for fun and this and that. But this is that kind of movie you hope gets at some young guy and is like, and it sticks with his brain, and he's like, oh shit, man, I'm terrified to even, you know, touch a woman in an inappropriate way. I don't want her to even think that this is, you know, me taking advantage of anything, which is a good way to be. You know, yes, there's. I think that this kind of stuff, it goes both ways. There's definitely sometimes where, you know, you don't know, and things get confusing, and shit will get thrown out. But there's obvious ones too. When a girl is yelling no, when a girl is like stop, any of that kind of stuff. When a girl says stop, when a girl says no, when a girl says like hold on, I don't, stop. Fucking knock it off, man. Just stop it right there. So anyways, I'm not here to give a lecture. I'm just saying, like, when you watch these kinds of things, it gets you fired up, especially as a guy. You know, especially it's very frustrating. But man, I thought she was fantastic, and the film is her movie. This is all her. We spend 100% of the film with her. Everybody else in the film is secondary. As far as the story goes, because I said there's nothing groundbreaking here, the kills are all very lackluster. There's nothing inventive with that. It's not, you're not getting some I spit on your grave or revenge where the kills are overly graphic, gory, or any of that kind of stuff. That being said, there's always going to be a sense of catharsis in watching someone get revenge on people that are just so clearly villains. If you rape a girl, you are a fucking villain. And no one's going to feel sorry for you when someone gets revenge for what you've done to them. In my opinion, of course, everyone has their own opinions on it, but I do like the catharsis from something like this. No, I've never been raped. I'm not a woman, so I can't really understand, but I can understand to an extent. And when I watch this stuff, I do get that. I do like to watch the revenge take place. The rape, no, I do not like that part of it. But I understand that is the price of admission to then get the cathartic revenge of the film. And I felt like, although that stuff could be lacking as far as the creativity and as far as that, you do want to see this girl get the retribution. You do want these characters to go down. But what I think we need to focus on here for this film in particular is just focus on her performance, her breakdown, her kind of finding her strength and where she ends up. And the film has a couple little mild twists and turns to it that I thought played out really well. And I felt for it, man. I was really, really into it and really sad by the end of this film. It really had an emotional ending for me. So I really liked the movie. The story isn't gonna freaking win any awards or anything, but the performance and the message and the feeling I got, the many feelings I got through it, were absolutely worth my experience. I wish that I wish there was a little more style in here, but I still did like the direction. I just felt like there was a couple things missing because her performance was so strong. I felt like if the writing could have been a tad stronger, the kills could have been done a little better, and they would have added a little more style. I think this could have been excellent. But as it stands, I think it's very good. And if you're a rape revenge fan, if you haven't seen this movie, I absolutely recommend it. So let me know if you've seen it. Let me know if you watch it. And watch The Stoned Age. It's fucking amazing.